Hey guys, it's Ramzilla here. Today we're going to be talking about a movie called Strange Blood.
Today is going to be the turning point in man's evolutionary journey. So here we go. First, I'll be extracting 50 cc's.
Henry, your head! Henry!
Now, this movie, I'm going to give you a quick synopsis on what it's about. It's about a doctor who wants to create a universal vaccine that takes care of cancer, HIV, meningitis, stuff like that. But something goes wrong, obviously. Now, this movie starts out innocently enough. It shows a burned building, some hard drives, some photographs, and then it switches over to a detective interrogating this girl. Now, this girl was the doctor's assistant. So, this entire movie is flashbacks. So, this movie is just based on her memory, or what she recalls what happened to the doctor and the research that they were doing, stuff like that. Now, in this case, the way he was going to achieve the universal vaccine was that he has this, he created or built or made this creature called Ella. Now, she's supposed to be a host to all these viruses, and then she's supposed to become immune, and her blood is supposed to be the answer to the vaccine. That's what I understood from the movie. I could be wrong, but that's what I understood from the movie. Or that's what they make you understand. Now, there's this part where he's gonna take blood from her to sample it, and when he's about to inject her, she has these spikes and it just hits him with those spikes, like on his hand. And the assistant is, taking out the spikes and stuff like that. Now, that's one thing I liked about the movie, was the creature, Ella. You don't get much backstory on her, just what they tell you. They never show her being made, built, where she comes from, her origins, anything like that. So, that's something I didn't like. But I like that she looked authentic. She didn't look fake. She didn't look like she was made with CGI. It looks like they took the time to build her, slime her up, and put her in a box, Mm-hmm. Now, after the spikes, things just go horribly wrong for the doctor. Now, after the spike incident, there's this part where his hand is hurting a lot, and he goes into the room where Ella is, and he takes this knife and cuts it open, and there's like the sack inside, and it breaks open, and all these little tiny spiders start coming out of it. Now, I know what you're thinking, oh, it's a dream sequence or something like that. No, that actually happened. It wasn't a dream sequence or anything like that. Now, I will be getting into some spoilers here, so if you don't want to know what happens in the movie, or if you've already seen it and you just want to know what I think about it, or if you don't give a fuck and you don't want to watch this movie and you just want to know what it's about, feel free to stay. But if you want to watch it and don't want to know what happens, skip ahead to my rating of the movie. Now, after that spider scene, that's when things start getting weirder. He starts drinking blood, he starts killing people, stuff like that. Now, this is one problem I had with the movie. What was the point of the whole drinking blood thing? Did he become a vampire? Or what was the point in that? Now, another thing I didn't like about it was there was a sex scene between him and his assistant. To be honest, I thought that was pointless. Like, you can tell that she likes him, but there's no need for a sex scene, you know what I mean? Now, another plot hole that kind of left me wondering was the whole spider sequence, because what he says, there's this scene where he's talking to his assistant and he's like, oh, have you heard of this wasp that lays its seed in a caterpillar, and then when they hatch, they kill its host and stuff like that? Apparently, Ella did that to him. when she spiked him, she laid her seed inside of him, and now he's just a living host for the creatures. Even though, like, they don't fully kill him, but he's more like a, they're living inside of him. So that's one thing that I didn't really understand, because if Ella is just supposed to be a host to these viruses, where did her need to breed come from? Where did her spikes come from? That's why I'm saying I wish they would have included a sequence where he was, building her, making her, whatever you want to call it, because that would have answered a lot of questions. And also, because Ella doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like a spider, it doesn't look like a human head, it doesn't look like anything. So, if her seed are little spiders, where did that come from? You know what I mean? So, that's one thing I didn't like about it. Now, after he starts going crazy, drinking blood, killing people, his assistant somehow manages to come up with this vaccine where she injects him, and I think it kills the little, parasites inside of him. But he still has the urge to drink blood, so he ends up burning the place down. And that's how it ties up to the beginning, where it shows the sequence of the burnt building and stuff like that. Then it comes back to the assistant being interrogated by the police. Now, after that, he's just like, oh, so, you're telling me he did all this and this and this, and he just let his research go to waste, and he burned everything down and killed himself? And she says, no, his blood is inside of me, so it didn't go to waste. And she kills him. She bites his neck and drinks his blood and whatnot, and then the movie ends. Now, those are the problems I had with the movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but it's not a good movie either. It's like an in-between. It's one of those movies that you can watch once and appreciate what they tried to do, and that's it. No more. Now, in this case, I'm going to give this movie a 5 out of 10 just for trying. I mean, like I said, it's not a good movie. It's not bad. It's like in-between. It's one of those movies you can watch once. And that's about it. So if you've already seen this movie, I'd really like to know what you guys think about it. Leave your comments below. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more reviews, and once again, this is Ramzilla signing off.
I've been cured.